Good afternoon for those of you who are in Australia. Good morning if you are in another part of the world. I'm incredibly excited to be here today to deliver a webinar on the hotel school and share some exciting features, information about the hotel school in this amazing moment that the tourism and hotel management industry are going through. So I'm going to share a few ideas with you today. But first, I would like to share a video about the hotel school. Okay?
My name's Adam Shoemaker. I'm delighted to be the Vice Chancellor of Southern Cross University. I have been to 5 separate countries outside Australia, and I've met alumni from the hotel school in each one of them. So it really tells you something about the global reach of this joint alliance partnership. It's fantastic.
The partnership we have is very unique because it connects one of Australia's best universities to the industry. When the industry is moving so fast, there's so much innovation, it's actually making sure that the education is very directly aligned to the needs of the industry.
It's what Southern Cross University is all about, the fact that we are the only hotel school in Australia that is a boutique hotel school. You get the degree from the public university, but you're receiving it in a very supported, small environment where everybody knows your name and everybody supports you every step of the way. You're not lost in the system.
What I like about the industry generally is that you can choose so many different areas of specialty, and it is a business degree. You're in the business of hospitality, leisure, entertainment, and hotels.
It's the hotel school, so that means the best of, the best in breed, and the best in Australia.
Fantastic. So just wanted to introduce our Onshore international team. So we have on the left side of the screen, we have Mr. Tim Rudling, who is the head of international sales. He overlooks the entire team and provides support for all of us. We also have Samantha Tail, who's a regional manager, Betty Louis, who will be with us in just a moment. She is the international onshore recruitment manager for the hotel school. She's based in Sydney, just as I am based in Sydney, and I'm the international marketing executive of the hotel school. So without further ado, I would like to get started. And first thing I wanted to share with you is just basically who we are. So who is the hotel school? So the hotel school is the only hotel school in the world jointly owned by a 5-star hotel investor, Mulpha, and a public university known as Southern Cross. So it's a quite unique partnership in which we get the best of both worlds. We have a big expert in the field of hotel management, resort management, which is Mulpha. And we have a very amazing partner in the academic space, which is Southern Cross University. So this puts the hotel school in a very unique position to offer the very best in terms of hotel management education. I wanted to share a little bit of some of the properties that are managed by Mulpha, because Mulpha is not really a known name, but once you start to see, for example, the Intercontinental Sydney, these are just some of the properties that are managed and owned and operated by Mulpha. As you can see, resorts like Hayman Island, Sanctuary Cove, Binbajan, which is a winery in New South Wales, a ski resort known as Maritz Hotel, this is in Australia, the Marriott London in the UK, the Sofitel in Paris, a beautiful property, 5-star property, the Sofitel Philippines Plaza Manila, the biggest Sofitel in the world in Manila Bay, Novotel Century Hong Kong. So as you can see, there's a huge diversity of properties ranging from resorts to 5-star hotels, and they're all owned by Mulpha, okay? So when thinking a little bit about properties that would be of relevance to international students, we always like to talk about those properties which are located in regional areas. So if you get, for example, Hayman Island is a beautiful resort. It's a luxury resort located in the Whitsundays in Queensland. So this is a really, really beautiful property and located in this very, very exotic location. We also have Sanctuary Cove. So Sanctuary Cove is another example of a resort, beautiful property in Australia. And we also have Ridges Esplanade, the Meritz Hotel in Salzburg Apartments, and Bimbajan. So why am I sharing this? Because a lot of students, they come to Australia, they study 2 years full-time, and then they are entitled to the subclass 485 visa. And this allows them to work full-time in Australia, right? So the beauty of this is that in regional areas, there's a lot of opportunities, right? A lot of people are moving to the regional areas, especially last year with the pandemic. Lots of people are moving away from the cities and going to regional areas. And this has created a demand for qualified professionals in the field of tourism and hotel management to also be attracted to these locations, okay? So this is quite unique and a fantastic opportunity for students, specifically international students. We have currently 3 campuses in Australia. Our oldest campus is located in Sydney in the Central Business District in the CBD. So the hotel school is located just 5 minutes walking distance from Circular Quay and the iconic Opera House and the Harbour Bridge. So it's quite close to not only to these iconic locations, the botanical gardens, but very, very close, as you can see, to the major 5-star hotels. Why is that important, you might be asking? Well, a lot of our students, most of our students end up working in these hotels, and a lot of them do internships in these hotels. So internship is compulsory, a compulsory component of the bachelor's degree, for example. So this makes life for students very, very easy. However, because we have really tight connections to industry, the fact that we're located in the CBD, very close to 5-star hotel properties, this allows industry to also come to our campus. And I'm going to show later today just some examples of how industry engagement happens at the hotel school. So now we move on to our Melbourne campus, and the same principle applies to our Melbourne campus. We are located in the heart of the CBD within the free tram zone. So a lot of international students can have the benefits of using free transportation within that section of Melbourne. And our campus is located specifically on Lonsdale Street. So it's one of the main streets in the center of Melbourne. And also you can see all the major 5-star hotels are there. You can see the Park Hyatt, the Grand Hyatt, the Intercontinental Melbourne, the Rialto, Novotel. So, you know, students will be very close to the action. And this is the newest campus, the new kid in the block, as we like to say here at the hotel school. So this is the Brisbane Campus. And as you can see, the Brisbane Campus is also very well located, very close to industry, very close to tourist attractions, restaurants, and other cool things, which makes life of a hotel school student studying, whether they're studying in Brisbane, Melbourne, or Sydney, they're close to tourist attractions, they're close to the action, they're close to good shops, good restaurants and cafes, and very close to work, okay, in a very convenient location. Okay, so we've chatted a little bit about the hotel school, what makes us unique, what makes us really stand out from the crowd. Now let's have a look at some of the different career choices, right? So the important thing that I would like to highlight, and Betty will talk into much more detail, is the fact that both our qualifications, both our big qualifications, the Bachelor of Business in Hotel Management and the Master of Business in Global Hotel Leadership, these are first and foremost business degrees. So this is not commercial cookery. This is not that kind of course. This is a business degree, which gives you the foundations. Students will study finance, marketing, operations, accounting, the foundations required to manage a business, but also to understand how a business works, with the added benefit of also focusing and concentrating in hotel management and tourism subjects. So this allows students to pursue a myriad of opportunities and choices. So a typical hotel school student will have the opportunity to pursue event management. And in fact, we've had students who went down the event management path. Some students also decided that they wanted to become wedding coordinators, and they're equipped to do that. And also students, if they decide to go down the more traditional path of hotel management, they are more than well equipped to do so, as we have students, graduates of the hotel school who have gone on to become heads of marketing, heads of department, heads of operation, general managers. So, this is really the more traditional path. And then you move on to tourism and also business. So we have graduates who have gone on to work work for different companies like Microsoft, for example, right? So we have a graduate who is currently working as a customer service manager for Microsoft here in Sydney. So as you can see, the qualification opens a lot of doors. And this is really good because it allows students to have ample choice. Internships is a really important component of the hotel school, given the fact that we're very well connected to industry. When we look at internships, there are two key points that I would like to highlight. The fact that we have internships through Mulpha. So Mulpha does offer internships. And we had a student, a postgraduate student from Sri Lanka, an international student, and she wanted to really seize the opportunity with Mulpha. So there was a research position, market research position with Mulpha. She did an internship with Mulpha, did brilliantly, did very well, and was very happy with the outcome. So these opportunities are also open as well. In addition to the Mulpha internships, we also can offer students overseas positions, right? Because of the fact that we are connected, and we have properties in the UK, in the Philippines, in Hong Kong, in France, in Australia, we're able to offer these overseas internships, right? So it's not really popular with international students, because most international students, they're leaving their home countries and they want to come to Australia to have the full experience, the full immersion, if you will, in Australia. But so you guys know, there is this opportunity should you wish to pursue it. Another important point, also talking a little bit about paid internships, are the opportunities for paid internships, right? In Australia, we have the award. The award is an entity that regulates working conditions for individuals who are working in different industries. The award for hospitality, tourism, and hotel management stipulates that the salary rate for paid internship will start at $26.03 per hour. So this is what an intern, which will be in a paid position, this is what they can expect to receive per hour, which is a fairly good hourly rate. Now, when you get the 26.03 per hour and you multiply this by the amount of hours that are required as part of the internship, students have the potential to earn up to $15,618. So $15,000 is what they can get, but this is just with taking into consideration the internship. They actually can earn more money if they also engage in casual work, okay? The good news in Australia now is that the Australian government has removed the cap on working hours, since tourism and hotel management have become a high priority and industry are desperate to get people to work for their hotels, their restaurants, and their businesses. So this is a really fantastic time to be studying hotel management, whether it's a postgrad or undergrad, given the demand, the high demand that there is being created because of, Australians are traveling again. There's the bubble between Australia and New Zealand, and all of this is creating massive demand for workers. When we look at what makes the hotel successful as well, in addition to all the connections, the centrally located campuses, the ability to offer students internships, and a lot of them are paid internships, we also have to look at job-ready practical training. So this means that our students are, from day one, being prepared to hit the ground running, as they say in Australia, which means students are being prepared to work in hotels in whatever capacity they want, whether it's food and beverage, whether it's operations, rooms division, sales and marketing, doesn't really matter. So just to give you an example, some examples related to job ready practical training. So all of this falls under the work integrated learning umbrella. It's an award-winning department here at the hotel school. So we start with field trips. So as you can see, we have a series of Mulpha properties in Australia, the ones I mentioned before. So we have field trips that are organized by lecturers so that students can have a bit of a taste. What is life like working at a Mulpha property? So that's really exciting. In addition to that, we'll start having again, as soon as borders reopen, international field trips. Up until 2019, our students had yearly, annual field trips. And an example here is the field trip to Singapore. So students would travel with their lecturer to Singapore, spend about a week there, and they would meet government officials, hotel owners, and other stakeholders, and spend time talking to these individuals. And they would really learn what life is like working for a property overseas. So it's really, really an amazing experience that our students really enjoy, and they learn a lot from it. In addition to that, we also offer industry guest speaker series. So these guest speaker series, because of the fact that we're very, very close to these hotels, it's easy for them to come to the hotel school and deliver a talk. Last year, because of COVID, we were doing everything online, but still the good relationship we have with industry speakers allowed them to actually take some time off their work to actually engage in a Zoom webinar and talk a little bit about their experience and share that with students. We also have classes that are delivered, co-delivered with lectures by industry guest speakers. So just to give you an example, last week we had a very exciting guest lecture with one of the five-star hotels here in Sydney, and the guest lecture was all around sustainability. So this is just an example of some of the special, the surprises we have for students. We also offer specialist career coaching, personal brand development, and career panel discussions. So all of these workshops are managed by Work Integrated Learning, by our Professional Learning Center, and they all have one thing, one key focus. The key focus here is to prepare students so that they're job ready. And finally, one of the highlights that I wanted to bring to you today is the mock interviews. So the mock interviews are a simulation. It's a simulated interview where we have HR managers from top five-star hotels. So from Grand Hyatt, from Hilton, from Sheraton, from the Grand Hyatt. So they all come to the hotel school. It is part of a subject that they have called industry practice, IPP. And they come to the hotel school campus. They spend a whole day with students. Students receive guided feedback from hiring managers, HR managers. They receive feedback from everything from the way they are dressed, how they are behaving in an interview, the way they're answering questions in an interview, how their resume looks like, how their covering letter looks like. So it is a whole day. It's almost like a masterclass on how to do well in interviews. But the good news is they can make all the mistakes they want because it's a mock interview. But the benefit is that they learn with the people who do this every day. So by the time they are ready to do a real job interview, our students will be really, really ready to get the job. Professional Learning Center, as I said, is a really important department at the hotel school, and they're working really hard. Every trimester, they're delivering different sessions, right? So these sessions, they include leadership speaker series, LinkedIn course, so students get to have a practical understanding about the importance of having an effective LinkedIn profile, and also understand what employers are looking for when they're viewing a profile. So it's really important because when you think about your personal brand in LinkedIn and social media, they go hand in hand. So if you have a really poor LinkedIn profile, which is not aligned to your personal brand, you will have challenges getting a job. So this is something we take students through and we really help them. Guest speakers, as I said, networking events, mock interviews, The RSA course, so the Responsible Service of Alcohol, which allows students to get a technical, a specialist course that allows them to work in F&B. So the RSA in Australia is a mandatory certification. You cannot work in a pub or you cannot work in a restaurant if you don't have an RSA, a certification. So this is something we offer our students. So all of this is for one reason and one reason only. We work really hard to provide the best environment, the best opportunities with our industry colleagues and also with the PLC team so that our students can become successful. Now, different colleges measure success in different ways. We measure success through employment opportunities. So I'm really excited to share that in 2019, we were able to offer our students over 10,000 job opportunities. So in this number, you'll see internship, you'll see paid internship, you'll see job opportunities for those students who have already graduated, or even those students who are doing their course, but they did so well that the employers didn't want to let them go. We have lots of situations like this. So this shows that not only they will get a job, but they will be able to choose what job they want because we offer a diversity of different roles. So this is really, really exciting for our students. Also really rewarding is to see that almost 9 out of 10 students, they get a job within 6 months of graduation. So we're actually having a graduation this month. So this means that by the end of the year, 9 out of 10 students will get jobs, okay? However, just as impressive is the fact that we have a high percentage of students that get employment whilst they're studying. So it's almost 7 out of 10 students get jobs whilst they're studying. So this is a really amazing number because it shows that we're really committed to helping our students, okay? So just to give you some practical examples of how the career workshops work and what they offer. So every session, as I said, we have 3 sessions in a year. Every session, the Professional Learning Center is working really hard to put this menu, this calendar together to offer students these training opportunities. So this one here is, just to give an example, professional brand, your career strengths and values. So all of this to help you as an individual to create your professional identity. So this is really important because every time a hotel, a resort puts out a job ad, they're very specific on what kind of people they want to work for them. They list the skills, but they also list the values. We want people who can communicate. We want people who work well with other people, so forth and so on. Right? So through the personal brand and the career strengths and values workshops, we are able to really prepare these students so that they apply to the right job and that they get the job they want. Another example here is the job application tool known as Career Success. Career Success is a database where students are able to look for employment. A series of job opportunities are posted there, and students are able to select a specific job or a specific internship that they like. And what they do then is they go through the description, and the Professional Learning Center will work with the student on their job application. So as I said, in Australia, we have a position, and the position has a job description, and then students need to apply. Right? But they need to meet the criteria. That's where it gets tricky. However, at the hotel school, we're able to assist our students because we know exactly what employers are looking for, and our consultants at the Professional Learning Center will help students to create effective resumes, effective cover letters, and how to dress to impress and how to answer questions in an interview. So this is all about getting them ready and prepared so that they're really successful. Another key component from the Professional Learning Center is the industry connection. So the industry connection is all about networking. And networking is critical in any industry But in the hotel industry, it's really important because lots of students want to work for 5-star properties. But how do you get a foot in the door? How do you get an opportunity if you don't know who works at that place? You don't know the hiring manager. You don't know the HR manager. But at the hotel school, the good news is we know these people, right? We're able to get our graduates to meet with these people. Sometimes industry comes to our campus. Sometimes our students go and visit them in location. But the important thing is that they're networking, right? They're getting with their crowd. They're getting out and meeting people. So, but when the time comes to get a job, they will have known a lot of people. They will have a much richer LinkedIn profile with connections, which will allow them to expand their success. Also, just to show you how career-centric we are, how student-centric we are, orientation is a really important stage in the student's life, especially for students who are just starting their studies with the hotel school. Orientation is where students get a chance to understand a little bit about what the hotel school can provide them. It's an opportunity where we invite a recruiter and partner of the hotel school known as Pinnacle People. So this is a recruiter firm, and we have really close relationship with Pinnacle People. They're always helping our students to get jobs and internships. And during orientation, they will give tips, okay, and share their calendar of activities with students. And through this, they showcase employment opportunities. Students also get a chance to meet some of our alumni. Our students who graduated from the hotel school in the past, and they come back to share their testimonial, share their experience, what they're up to. And this is really rewarding. And also they network with current students, which is amazing. We understand it's not all students know what they want to work in. You know, this is really normal. We have students who come to the hotel school. They know they have a passion for hotel management. They have a passion to travel. They have a passion for the tourism industry, but they're not just quite sure what role they want. So fortunately, the proportion of students in these situations is very small. However, we don't want to leave them unattended. We want to support them. That's why we have the Graduates Recruitment Service, which is a free graduate placement service. It is available to all students and is accessible for up to 12 months after graduation. So let's imagine a really problematic scenario where the student doesn't get a job whilst he's studying. He doesn't get a job after 6 months. No, don't worry. We are going to help that student. 12 months after graduation, they can come to the hotel school. They can have free consultations with our career consultant. They will help the student to identify opportunities, to train, to rehearse for interviews, to get prepared, to find a job that they like and want, and assist them. So we don't want to leave any students behind. This is really important. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed this section, and I would like to hand this section of the presentation, which is really exciting, over to my colleague, Betty. Over to you, Betty.
Thank you, Fernando. So recently, I would like to share the information about our program, what we can offer to you as well. So as you can see on the screen, we have 6 different qualifications that we can offer from the hotel school, Southern Cross University. I want to highlight one more thing before I want to explain the program more details. Students will apply from all the courses is under the Southern Cross University, which means that from the application form, from the offer letter, from the COE, confirmation of enrollment, from the transcript, and from the graduate certificate is under Southern Cross University. So you can't find anything which named by the hotel school. Hotel school is a campus name, is our branding name, so which is very important for the student. You will get a qualification recognized and offered by the Southern Cross University, which is a public university in Australia. So now I want to go through detail about the bachelor degree, which will be most suitable for the student from today as well. The Bachelor of Business in Hotel Management, the whole program is a 3-year program. We have 3 intake in a year, which is February, June, and November. For our bachelor degree, no matter you will receive some advanced standing, which is I will explain to you the next slide, which is you still will have the 6-month paid internship opportunity. Usually for the international student, they will choose the internship at the end of the program because they may save this job opportunity until they have the next reason to stay in Australia. And the entry requirement is very straightforward. Any student complete the years 12 equivalent to the high school graduate in your home country, and also the English requirement IELTS 6.0 level, or you will just complete your diploma at the PTG, then you will waive the English requirement as well. And the summary about the advanced standing. So I give you a very good example with you student. You are the student recently studied the Diploma of Hospitality Management in the Pacific Training Group. You will get 1 year credit, which means that you only need to spend another 2 years to study the Bachelor of the Business in Hotel Management at the hotel school. And during this 2-year time, you still can have a 6-month paid internship, which is very great for the student and very attractive for the student as well. One more example from the student, while you're doing the advanced diploma of the hospitality management, you will get 1.5 year advanced standing. So which means that you only spend 1.5 year to us, and then you also will get a bachelor degree. You also have an opportunity to do the internship as well. Just a summary about the school fee, and I want to highlight particularly about the internship and also the potential income. The reason why I want to highlight this particular part, because you will save money and you will earn more money than your choices. So give you example about the Bachelor of Business. With you will be finished the Diploma of Hospitality Management or the Diploma of Business in PTG company or school. And then you only need to spend 2 years for our Bachelor, which is about $55,200. But however, during the course, you will start to do the part-time job. Recently, the government released the part-time jobs. We also can do the full-time job during your study as well. Plus our internship, 6-month internship, at least you can earn 48,000 Australian dollar, which means you almost can cover your program already. So which is very great for the student while you want to continue to study a bachelor with us. Is a very attractive program that you want to think about it as well today. Lastly is the application procedure is very straightforward. If you have any question, you can talk to your admission team. You also can talk to myself as well, and we are welcome to answer any question. And then we also have a specific scholarship from the Pacific Training Group student, especially those students who attend the webinar today, or even you will get the information from your teacher, from your trainer. We have a special scholarship from all those students. So please don't hesitate to contact me, and then I will give you the detail about the scholarship as well. And lastly is about the summary why you want to consider to study with us. So as we mentioned earlier, we are the oldest hotel school in Australia. We started in 1989, so which is 32 years already for this year. We have 3 main campuses in the CBD location, and we will have 4th coming campus very soon, and I will explain to you lastly. And then based on our bachelor degree and our master degree, we have a 6-month minimum pay internship for all the students. And we have a very, very great nationality mix as well. So we have about 50% is our domestic student. And then we have another 50% is the international student come around the world as well. And lastly, we are very unique partnership, as we mentioned earlier. We are the public university in Australia, and we have a unique partnership with the Mulpha Hotel Group as well. So lastly, I will play the last video, which is I want to introduce our brand new campus coming, which is our 4th campus with the hotel school. And then we will open the application from the international student by end of this year. So student, if you want to study in there, you will study in there, work in there, and live in there.
Hayman Island is located in a regional area, and this means that we really look after our colleagues and make sure that they feel that they have a great working environment. Every day is different. You really look forward to go to work.
If you like the weather, if you like the sun, this is the place to go.
We actually are a family in the sense that at the end of a busy day, we go home to each other. So we live together, we work together, we play together. We enjoy life together.
This is hospitality. This is true hospitality.
Just as important as all of that is knowing the industry. And for that reason, I'm very passionate about partnering with the hotel school.
With the knowledge, with the practice, with the training that I received from the hotel school, I felt like I'm ready to get into the industry. It's not just about study, but also having the support from your life, from your job.
The graduates that come through the hotel school really have great qualities. They're very confident, they're very friendly, they're international, they're well-traveled.
It's having people that already have the core skills and foundations of what it means to be a hospitality professional.
I think hotel school is a great pathway, and it's the best thing I have done for my career.